Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a brief lesson, and Lord willing, share this article with you, beloved Akiyam and Akwaf. And yeah, we're living in beautiful times, man. You know, we're living in the times, you know, where we're seeing our arch enemy become disassembled. All right, this beast system, consisting of the NATO and the EU, headed by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We're seeing this thing crumble right before our eyes, man. All right, they do not see eye to eye, and it's a time that, you know, our forefathers and foremothers wouldn't have believed they would have ever have dreamed to see. You know, and here we are, you know, living in the downfall of an empire, man. One of the greatest empires to ever be erected. All right, you know, Babylon the Great. All right, this faction consisted of the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Association organization, and in the EU, man, the European Union. You know, who would have ever thought that there'll come a time, you know, where it'll be on display, you know, of the division, you know, within their regime. But here we are witnessing it, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know what, let's grab, bear with me, I gotta make this turn. What precept is that? There be 9 things. Let me see something. I know it's in Sirach, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Sirach. Let me try to find it. It might be in Sirach 25, maybe. If not, we'll just search it up. Let me see. Sirach 25. Maybe Sirach 9. Let me see. Oh, there it goes. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Call on me like Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Beautiful. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, let's go right there. Dang, look at this guy speeding his ass up. Guy just came through here flying. These people are crazy, Akiyam and Akwaf. Alright, here we go. Hey, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7, and it reads, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children," and that's something we don't have here. We do not have joy in our children. Here it is. We gotta worry about their well-being, you know, while they're in public school, man. Or while they're maneuvering around in this man's wicked, treacherous society, man. You see, and this is from birth. When our children are born, you know, they're stripping them from you, bringing them into a room. You don't know what they're doing. You're hitting them up with all types of serums. You know, they call sterilization and just madness, man. You know, because we're dealing with a mad scientist. You see? And then here it is. He has the power to take your kids from you under pretense that he's defined as unsafe or deemed the child is deemed unsecure with you. Here it is. You can't even discipline your children in this day and age. You see? Because he wants to raise them up as renegades, man. That's why you see what you see before you with these hyenas. All right, as the elder apostle Rakah calls them. You see, because there's no structure in the household, because Esau won't allow it. Because he's giving these kids free range to be barbarians, man. But this is going to come to an end in the eon to come. But anyways, let's continue on. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth, here's the point, is why as I'm bringing out this precept, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. You see? So we ought to be, man, listen, we ought to be rejoicing, man. We're living to see the fall of our enemy, and the phone chimed in. Yeah, sometimes the flesh takes over, and you know, you come to a conclusion where you come to a conclusion when you know you're not in a safe place, you know, and ultimately, sometimes the flesh can take over. And you heard that madman behind me beeping. These people are crazy. Here it is. I'm just trying to take a left. I can't even take a left because he wants to keep going. These spirits are out here, Akiyama Nakwaf. These spirits are out here. That's why we got to be circumspect, man. We have to watch as well as pray. Okay? Because these people are running around with that serum in them. They're completely out of their mind, bugged out, stressed out. Okay? They're feeling the pressure, of this degrading society. And they don't know what else to do but to vent on everybody else. You see? So be careful out there, Akiyama Nakwaf. But anyways, back to the point. Right? We are in a blessed position to actually be able to see the downfall of our arch enemy. And again, sometimes the flesh taps in, and you may find yourself getting caught up in some thoughts that, your mind's leading you to your spiritual demon Satan leading you to the left, thinking, what of this? What of that? What of that? What of this? Nah. If it's none of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, it's not going to happen. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has left us empty-handed because he's going to fight for us. He's going to work miracles, man. He's going to do things that even if it was told unto us, it wouldn't be believable. Okay, divine intervention is going to take place. This is why he's left us empty-handed in the sense of not being able to fight against Esau or these heathen. He's going to do the fighting. You see? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to do the fighting, man. That's why he said, be still. He's told us to be still. You see? Well, he told us to wait ye upon him. You see, wait ye upon him, man. That's a commandment. He's going to handle, man. You see, so we don't got to worry. We just got to sit back like we did in Egypt and watch Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai work. Okay, and this is what he's doing right now. Now, in this article, real quick. Now, what you're going to notice here in this article, okay, is a division amongst this beast system. Okay? And we know what Yahweh Shai said regarding a division within the kingdom, right? But let's get some of this article, right, through the spirit. This is from Natural News, and it's dated January 28th, 2025. And the title reads, EU, right, the European Union, is pushing through with enforcement of censorship tool, Digital Services Acts, right? So they're pushing for cancel culture, and in the sense of monetizing these platforms, these digital platforms, taking away the ability of people to be able to just say what they want, free range online. Just, you know what I mean? You can't just state your opinion. The hell is that? You can't just state your opinion. You know what I mean? You got to operate under the guidelines of the spectrum that they've given you. But needless to say, when you read down, like, we're gonna read a little into this. We'll get to the point. Let's get some of this, and we're gonna jump down to the next heading. Right? It reads. We'll get some of these pressure points. Right? So the European Union is expanding enforcement of the Digital Services Act, criticized as a censorship tool under the pretext of combating hate speech. And we know Esau's lost the narrative. Okay, he's lost the stance of the argument. He's lost the position of being truthful. Okay, his mainstream news is a farce for the most part. Yeah, there'll be times where we use some of the information, because like he does, he'll mix truth with lies, so you got to spit out the bones when you tap into his mainstream, like NBC and Fox. Like you gotta spit out the bones. But sometimes there'll be information that's able to be used. But needless to say, when it comes to this this agenda that they're pushing, you're gonna get that information on pretty much like social media, underground news feeds, etc. But needless to say, right? Check this out. The DSA requires platforms to remove flagged illegal content within 24 hours with vague definitions of hate speech, left to EU bureaucrats and fact checkers. The EU plans to double its DSA enforcement staff by 2025, so this year, right, and appoint local coordinators to ensure compliance, citing threats to democracy from tech companies aligning with Trump's anti-censorship stance. See, so Trump is pushing an anti-censorship stance because Trump is supposed to be the hero. Okay, Trump's supposed to be making America great again, and where you could, land of the free, which pretty much goes into the land of the rebellious. You see, this is what Trump is being dressed up as. But check this out: the DSA's broad reach allows content deemed illegal in one EU member state to be removed block-wide, targeting speech, challenging government narratives, or offending religious sensibilities. The EU's crackdown contrasts with the US, where platforms like X, bear with me, Aki Aminakwa. The EU's crackdown contrasts with the US, where platforms like X and Meta are rolling back censorship policies, highlighting a transatlantic divide on free speech values. Right? Now check this out. Under the guise of combating hate speech, the European Union is expanding its enforcement of the Digital Services Acts. Okay? So the European Union is going to expand its enforcement of the Digital Services Acts, right? A controversial law critics have dubbed Europe's censorship tool. So, as you can see, okay, Trump's stance is not aligning, okay, with the stance of the beast system, which we know America, she rides this beast system. She's riding that beast, which consists of NATO and EU. She always gets the last say-so. You see? She always gets the last say-so. So, hey, that's not gonna work out in the sense of this union that they have, because they got to see eye to eye. Okay, now when you jump down, I'm gonna just jump down to the next thumbnail. Now check this out, or headline rather, heading, right? Look at EU, right? The European Union cracking down on free speech as the US moves in opposite direction. Complete division within the beast system, man. This is a token. This is a sign of the times. Now, again, we know that Trump is being dressed up as a hero, and at the end of the day, they're all operating under the same protocol regarding this fourth industrial revolution. But the Lord, at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is controlling this thing, man. And there's gotta be something that's gonna cause the beast to hate the whore, as it tells us in Revelation 17. And this looks like a build up to that. Just they're not moving in the same direction. You see? And ultimately, that's the spirit. Because when you go to, let me get this real quick. When you go to the book of, is that Isaiah? I believe that's Isaiah 19. Bear with me. Isaiah 19 and 14. And it reads, the Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And this is talking to Egypt, which not the ancient Egypt. This chapter is talking to America. Okay? That spiritual Egypt, pursuant to Revelations 11. You see? Now real quick. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Now real quick, when you get this word, perverse, it doesn't always mean sexual. Now watch this. When you get this word perverse, and the etymology of the word, the root of the word, right, under adjective, all right, goes into what? Wicked, right? Unnatural, degenerate, right? Perverse. Hey, look it. Contrary. It also goes into what? To contrary. Okay? And you can see they're moving contrary to the beast system. They're moving contrary to those 10 horns. Okay? Which is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster, man, because as it tells us here, let's go get it. The book of Mark, chapter 3, and this is red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. I'm going to go straight to the point. I need this right here. Verse 24, Mark 3 and 24, and it reads, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. From Yahweh Shai himself, red letter. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Hey, this is a sign of division here. This is the sign of this kingdom being divided. The kingdom of the Edomites is in division. And this is across the board as well, from what we've witnessed. And who knows what's going on up top? You know, with these global elite, we can't really see. You know, they be hiding in the dark right now with things. But we can see pretty much, if we just take a glance on the smaller matters like this one, for instance, we can see that there's a division somewhere up top. Because as they say in the world, shit rolls downhill. You see? So when you look at it through the spirit, you can only imagine, man. You can only imagine. You see? So a kingdom divided, that kingdom cannot stand, man. See? Matter of fact, let me continue to read. And if a house be divided, right? The house of Esau is divided. Go read Genesis 36. It goes into the genealogy of Esau. All right? And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a division within just a house of Satanists, man. And we know Satan goes into adversary, and this is the spirit that Esau operates under. Pursuing the 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, he comes after the works of the spiritual demon Satan. See, and there's a division within Satan's kingdom. So guess what? And if Satan rise up against Satan, Salakia, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Okay? but have an end. And pursuing the biblical prophecy, Salakia, this is what the end is looking like for Babylon. Right here. The book of Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, right? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right? Those 10 horns, those vassal states. This is talking to the European Union. Okay? These shall hate the horse. Something's going to trigger it. Or there's been a build-up to it. Things that we don't know about, things they're keeping in the secret. You know? But this slipped out right here. And it's on display. You can clearly see that they're going different ways when it comes to this this whole free speech agenda. You see? And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. That's going to come in the conclusion of World War III. Okay? When these intercontinental ballistic missiles begin to leap continents, man. So we're seeing the build up, man, to this man disintegrating away. It's happening right before our eyes, man. The scriptures tell us, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. Okay, and to one that's not within the understanding, this can seem like a small thing. But when you look at it through the lenses of the spirit, you can clearly see Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is bringing an end, okay, to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's reign, man. And it's going to continue to get worse. Everything this man does is going to work against him. Now he calls himself trying to clean up the country and get rid of all the quote-unquote immigrants, Israelites, if you want to be, politically correct, because that's all they're targeting. Okay? Their goal is to clean America out of, just take all the Israelites out of here. All right? They're even taking citizens, man, from an article that we read recently. Native Americans. You see? So this is his desperate attempt to try and stop prophecy, to try and continue his reign of terror. But it's not going to prevent the second coming of our Lord, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. No matter what you do, your time is up. That's why the doomsday clock is now at 89 seconds. All right? Because it's game over. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Shalom.